Hi, welcome to another video on my monorail made of fischertechnik. Although there are two rails, one is for the power, one is for the ground, but the wheels are just on the power rail. And the monorail is controlled by fischertechnik robo interface connected by USB to a BeagleBoard Classic. It runs Ubuntu Linux and is programmed for this situation in Python. Last time I tried to balance the carriage in order to make it roll better, because I noticed that some of the wheels were not turning during the movement, and such friction causes a big delay up till complete standstill. And then it turns out that the speed is actually quite high when it has no friction anymore. So the question is, why does it have hardly any friction here in this trajectory, and at the same time, why does it have friction, or most of the friction, here? Other question is still, when the cone is in this catcher, why does it stand still? Why do the propellers stand still anyway? Because the software isn't written to do that. So those are a few questions that I still have to solve. Friction, speed, well, those two are of course interconnected. And the sudden pause or standstill of the propellers during movement. I still don't get it. Anyway, that is the purpose of and the focus of this video. So let's go on. And one thing I should do is use the diagnosis software to test everything, because last time I found out finally that a very odd message on screen was caused by this wiring. So I have decided to run complete diagnostics on this monorail, and then run my own software again. So let's go to the computer and run some diagnostics. So, time to run some diagnostics, and as you can see, I have GeoVC view running from a set point that is not quite used before. So here is the controller. Oh, by the way, I don't run it from the BeagleBoard, I run it from the laptop. The BeagleBoard has some issues with finding the CPU speed in order to let GeoVC viewer run. So yes, I use it on the laptop. So when I click here, it's gone. Anyway, This is the controller, the carriage, the lamps and the sensors, propellers, etc. So let's run something, and this has a little bit the point that when I click here this is going away, but let's do it anyway. Open. Ah, that's a nice one. It's not even running right now. I have to actually power it up. Oops. Really big oops this time. So, yeah, hold on and wait. Now it should be better. USB connected and the power connected, and now it says something. This never happened to me before. Not entirely true, but on this project anyway. So first of all, try the lamps. So input 6 working, so lamp works, and that means that the sensor works. This is very clearly the propeller. Well, it was anyway, so why don't they do anything now? Input 8, which means lamp works, sensor works. Then we go here. Okay, 6. I missed 7. That was the propeller. Backwards. 8. Excuse me, where is 7? Does 7 work at all? I have a delay I don't want to have. This is not desirable. What is going on? I have a big problem because let me go here. The LEDs, the LEDs in the controller indicate that it is no longer connected. It is no longer connected, so I have lost connection to the diagnosis interface. And that is a very big oops. This is frozen. I can't do anything here. Neither can I do anything here. I have no clue. Oops. Well, you can see there's something very wrong, because now the VNC is totally white. This is running because it is on the side of the laptop, and this is running well, kind of running. This is the serial terminal for the BeagleBoard. Now let me do this again. It still works. I'm looking for the process of the diagnosis interface, which is right here. It is 1357, so let me kill this. 1357, no, 57. Alright, let's see again. Alright, it was killed, but still I have no view. And when looking here, there is still no connection from the BeagleBoard towards the interface. So the question is, what do I do? Alright, I disconnect. I power off the interface now, and I reconnect. Does that change anything? I'm afraid not. I click, but there's nothing happening. Alright, so link is not ready. What does it do? That is a good one. Link, it says link is not ready. So I may have lost my network connection. So I say I have to ping something. So let's just say my own network. See, network is unreachable, which means I have to reset the whole thing. I've lost network connection. Yeah, very much so. Alright, reboot. Sudo reboot. Oops, just like this unfortunately happen. Going down, which also means that Tiger VNC will be shut. So see you in a bit. Right, the BeagleBoard is up and running again, but is that all there is? So let's activate it again. Yes. And let's run everything again. Alright, input 6. Propeller one way, propeller the other way, which is logical. Input 8. Nothing. Nothing. And again, nothing. So I do not have an input 7. Why do I not have an input 7? That means that I have to really check if a wire is going to work. This is the controller at the end of the track, and which is output. This will be the lens lamp. This is 7. Oh, okay, so which one is motor 2 already, or motor 8? I had the digital 8 as 1 motor. Oh no, this is the control lamp. Digital 8 is 2. What is 7? This is 7, which is 2 to the right. This is 6. What is this? That is that one. That's the control lamp again. Motor is 8. I see nothing. No. Yeah, okay, this is 7. 7 works. So right now I should be able to wiggle some wires on the sensor. Right, now it will work. Alright, and that was the whole culprit for now. The carriage was entirely blocking everything. Yeah, that happens too. Alright, which means that everything actually does work. End of diagnostics. I will close it, saving resources. So this means that I can now actually run the software, and I'm going back to what I was doing. So this also means that I have to be careful on what I do run actually at the same time, that is. So I am now let me show you on camera, that is much nicer to do. So I am pushing the whole carriage into the catcher, run, and see whatever happens. Well, right now you can see nothing happens. 6 is 0. Yeah, I know that, but the propeller should run anyway. And I'm not going to interfere now. Now you can see what happens. Alright, it is still towards the camera, which is nice, but it is not running the full speed. Now it's quiet. Why is it quiet? It is fully blocking the it is fully blocking digital 7. And you can see by my hand I'm checking the direction of the air propelled by the propeller, and it is still towards the camera. It's still blocking 7. It has blocked 8, so now it's on its way back. But how fast will this go? I have no idea actually. And just after ending or stopping recording the previous segment, it just stopped running for no reason at all. It is, as you can see here, it is completely in between 7 and 8. So just a very little push, and for some reason it just starts doing it again. Or it, whatever it is. And when observing very closely, well, let's just this is not making sense at all. Let me check the software. So, yeah, okay. Are you ready? Yes, please. So, why exactly? See, even now it has problem redrawing the screen. Even now there is a problem with Lightbeam 7 interrupted, and it just drops dead. Why does it drop dead? Is it because of weak communication? Lacking resources? May just be. I can't think right now of anything else, because the software doesn't say, okay, now you just drop dead. Okay, it is very slow resources. Okay, I quit the program for a moment so I can scroll. What do we have? Well, this is not important. This is while true. This is all commented out, so no longer of any then. It happens here as well. You noticed that when I just pulled by hand the carriage out of its ending cone, which is hard to see, but right here is well, you've seen it on camera in previous episodes and at the start of this video, the catch point for the cone. For some reason, when it is having this condition, the motor does not run. But I have not a single clue why. Could it be because of this? It runs for 2 seconds, but it is a while loop, so it keeps running. Lightbeam 7 interrupted by carriage, and suddenly it drops dead. Why? Is it really because the resources of the BeagleBoard are just small enough? Because when I see, this is Linux, and it has 82 kilobytes free. Or is it megabytes? Let's see, what does it say? Alright, in kilobytes. And then is this in megabytes? Yes. So it has 28 megabytes of memory free. Isn't that more than enough to run to run the program completely? What I can do is start another shell. Alright. Free. And then start this one. Just the program again. Alright. Go. And then I say, okay, how much is free? $85. No, 75. 75 megabytes. So the running program actually takes 7 megabytes. Interesting. But still, 75 megabytes of memory free. So it's not swapping, it's just free to use. And right now, watch this. Do nothing. Well, memory is no issue. Maybe when also the diagnostics is running, then it could become an issue. It totally froze. It lost its network connection, which rarely happens, to be honest. But then again, why is this happening? The program is running. Yes, direction status is 1. Is it 1? Yes, it is, but it is completely blocking everything. Let me push it again. And now, let me observe it closely. Yeah, all wheels just run with it. Okay. I restarted the program. That means that the direction has reversed. Direction is once again towards the camera. I am now pressing on top, as you can see, but it has no change in behavior. And there goes, changing direction, because it blocked digital 8. And it stops. It is, well, I don't have to watch what it is, because digital 6. No. Here. Digital 6, 7, 8 are 1. No doubt. And here 6, 7 and 8. If status is 1. Set motor direction is, yeah, it just keeps running. There's no doubt about it at all. Where does it stop? Actually, there is no point of stopping it. It just goes on and on and on. Yeah, I have to think really careful about this. Really good about this, because this is nearly tantalizing. Anyway, thank you for watching. What did I do? Well, check with the diagnostics if everything was working, finding out that something did not work because it should not work, and I found that out because of the position of the carriage. Unfortunately, a big oops twice. Controller not powered, and then a complete reboot of the controller, of the BeagleBoard actually. Never happened, and never had to do that before. Well, maybe once or twice, but over the many episodes, not much. And still unexplainable behavior of the carriage. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to do that for some reason, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You may also consider to make a small donation to keep my blog going. For more information, please see my website. Also for other projects I'm doing. And this is certainly going to be continued. Bye bye.